TNC family, we are back with another edition of the TNC pregame show, powered by PrizePick. Make sure you use a code ABC to get an instant $100 deposit match to set those lineups and get your bread up. Today I'm here with Millie. Millie, how you feeling, brother?
Feeling great. New week. I see Cells in the chat. What's up, Cell from Greece?
What's good, chat? The word, brother?
You got a good 5-on-5 today?
Yeah, we're gonna hold it down for you, Cell, brother. You know what time it is, man. We do have a 5v5 today. I heard it's going to be a doozy, so let's go ahead and lock in. Scotty, hit me with the first topic.
Get to the topics.
Mike versus DayDay was a game, Millie. Talk to
me. Great
Talk
game. That was just the kind of basketball I like to watch. That matchup made sense. Same weight class, same height. It just made a lot of sense, whole lot of skill. And I was very impressed by Mike's ability to close the game. I mean, I know what kind of player he is. I know he's really skilled. I know he's in the G League and deserves to be there. I don't question his skill at all. But when you play one-on-ones, there's just something that comes in that's a little tougher to really close games. And not to say that I wouldn't expect that. I just haven't seen Mike in ones. So I just try to be unbiased, clean slate, and then watch it. And that was an impressive win.
No, brother, the reason why I had that prediction on our previous pregame show was because I played Mike. You remember that KOTC? It was me, ISO Tay, and Mike. And I sensed the difference in him.
In terms
strength-wise. His game was always his game, but he had gotten stronger to me. And I told him, bro, you got a lot stronger. Like your bump, his second dribble bump, even his, like, you know, in 1v1s, you can hand check a little bit more than what you normally do. His hand check was stronger. I was like, yo, bro, you got stronger. And that's the reason why I picked him in his 1v1. And I agree with you. He closed down the stretch, and he was able to hit some jumpers down the stretch that was tough. Yeah. But, hey, talk to me about DayDay's game. How did you feel about DayDay's performance?
I thought he played really well. And I think against a lot of different guys, DayDay would have came back and won that game.
Yeah.
And if Mike didn't hit that last tough floater, DayDay still might have come back and win that game. But that's what was so impressive about the video to me and the matchup to me was Mike's ability to close and just stay calm, stay in the skill set, hit the floater, you know, keep it simple. But I thought he looked really solid. He settled at times, I thought, but he looked solid overall. What'd you think?
I do think these two guys are the top of echelon in terms of defense, and both of these guys showed it. Both of them really had to get in their bag to get a bucket. Right. And I'm really proud of DayDay's performance because you can see his game is expanding as he continues to play against these tough defenders and tough players like Eli Carter, Mike. He played Moon. I mean, DayDay's resume as of the last 3 or 4 1v1s he's had is like insane, and he's holding his own in all of these 1v1s. So he's showcasing his skill, getting to the rim, finishing defense, hitting some jab threes that me and you and Sel talked about he needed to hit more. So I love DayDay's performances. Mike just came out with the win this time. So, Scotty, let's talk about the missed call. Talk to me, Millie.
I missed this in the video, so you talk to me.
Bro, what was the, Scotty, can you recall the score at the time of that 5 dribble call or missed call? Was it like 19? I thought it was like 19 something.
Did you notice when you were watching the video? Did anybody notice?
Yes, because I counted it. Yes, I did count it. And I didn't really think it affected the game that much. You know what I'm saying? It was 22-16. Yeah, 22-16. Mike was down. He was
down. Okay.
Mike was down. And I don't really think, you know, it was a huge factor. It wasn't like the run he did at the end of the game.
Yeah.
He didn't ignite the run like the end of the game like he had before. It was a bucket, but I just think refs are going to miss certain things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if the refs may have been watching DayDay's hands or watching Mike's feet for a travel or for a foul call from DayDay, but I didn't think that 5 dribble no call affected the game like some people were saying in the comments section.
Yeah, so it's tough to say that about the whole game. There's no way around arguing that it affected that specific possession, but who's to say? We could sit here and try to speculate, but it was 22-16. Mike was down. Maybe he would have got a stop and then went on his run after that. It's too tough to say. And I just thought the way that Mike played the game, I thought he won the game and he deserves to have credit for that. I definitely don't put an asterisk. I didn't even notice it. And once again, obviously it affected the game in some form or fashion because this possession happened and he did take too many dribbles and that should have been a change of possession. But after I didn't even catch it, to be honest. So
brother, but me and you both know, bro, when you in a game, a basketball game, there's going to be a lot of plays that affect the game. Like just this one no call doesn't affect the entirety of the game. Like there's a lot of missteps. Go ahead.
Right. Unless it's like in a last possession type, like it could. This play just didn't affect it. If it's down the stretch and there's like a blatant call that is missed or something real crazy that literally won that person the game, but like Mike inevitably still had to go on a run, cut the lead, and then win the game and finish the game. So I just don't want to put an asterisk on that personally. If the fans want to put an asterisk and they feel like that game determined the whole thing and that was the point in the game where everything switched and Mike won because of that play, then that's for them to figure out themselves.
So let me. I want to put you in DayDay's shoes. After the game, you think about that 5 dribble no call a lot, or do you just move on?
I would not think, just in the context of this specific situation, it wouldn't weigh as heavily as if it was the last possession to me. Or the second to last possession. But being down 6, 22-16, again, fans can make up their mind on if they felt like Mike didn't, you put an asterisk on that win. To me, it's not even a conversation.
Because Brody, like,
he won the game.
Yeah, I've had instances in my 1v1s, and I don't know if you had, where I've probably taken 4 dribbles. Because I play 3 dribble ones a lot. And I probably had an instance where I've taken 4 dribbles, and the other player doesn't notice.
Yeah.
I don't notice it until I watch the film, and people start calling out, people like to timestamp. I just don't notice it. And I just feel like, in this instance, I don't think it affected the game, especially with it being 22-16. And the way DayDay was playing at the time, he was looking really good.
Let me ask you this. Did DayDay notice?
Yes.
And he did.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he noticed.
And he wasn't able to, was he able to challenge that? He should be allowed to challenge that. If he said,
I think he challenged the call before and failed, and he lost his challenge. And then the next possession, I think somebody said, was that 5? And then the ref said, yeah, it might have been 5. I think I missed that one.
Right.
And DayDay noticed it as well.
Again, that's definitely that should not have been a bucket, but it doesn't determine the whole game to me.
Yeah, I don't think it determines the whole game. Now, if we talking about down the stretches, like you said, Millie, it's 27-27. And he scores, it's 29-27 now. We got a problem.
Well, DayDay is going to stop the game at that point. Like, I think even DayDay realized, like, okay, it's 22-18 now. Like, I can still win this game. And they were able to duke it out for the rest of the game, the last stretch. Yeah. Especially with DayDay. Like, he feels like he's going to win every game, as he should. Even when he went down, I thought, too, that he was going to come back and win. Mike just hit that floater at the end. I was like, wow, you had to score there. And he did.
Tough, bro. It's a tough situation. Let's go ahead and move on to topic 3, Scotty. DayDay missing free throws. Now, let me go, Millie. Now, this is the thing right here. Right, we talk about the 5 dribble no call, but these are things that are within your control. Within your control right here. DayDay made a run himself. It was 29-22, Millie. Yeah. And DayDay made a run of his own, and he could have had a chance to end the game. This is similar to the Eli Carter situation. Tell me how you feel about this right here.
It's part of the game. You're gonna miss free throws. It sucks that he misses the timely ones, it feels like. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because once again, I'm watching the game and I'm just like, DayDay's gonna win this. But again, I just go back to Mike closing the game out. That was impressive. You feel the pressure of DayDay coming back. He's just a winner, bro. DayDay's just a winner. And if he would have made this, would he have scored and won the game? Potentially. But it's part of the game. You're going to miss free throws. That's a fact. It's just a matter of when you miss them. Law of averages. Hopefully, shout out to my guy Sel. Hopefully, the law of averages play out when it's time. That's the only thing I can say. These are really timely free throws that he's missing.
So I'm gonna ask you a question again. All right, and I want to ask the chat this as well. Hit the like button if you just got in this live. Are you thinking about the Eli Carter game as you're walking to the free throw line and it's 29-27? Are you thinking about it, Billy?
The one that bothered me way more was the Eli Carter one because that would have won the game.
Yeah.
That one hurt. So I don't think he's thinking about it. I think he's locked in. I think DayDay stays in the moment pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's thinking about it. I would be really surprised if he was. Like, he's a dog. He's not thinking about that.
how much does DayDay stock change if he close both of
Oh
these
my
games?
gosh.
If he beats Eli Carter and he beats Mike Harden, we are arguing for DayDay being the best player on next chapter. Right.
The best player?
Yes. Yes.
To me, and this may seem bad, his stock doesn't change based off of those losses. I go off of just what I see. I mean,
Really?
is the W in that column in YouTube basketball that important that we don't look at the eye test? And okay, we know if he made that free throw, he won that game. So does a free throw change things that much to where it's like, for me,
Really?
no. For me,
Really?
no.
I want you to think about that halftime score against Eli Carter. And if DayDay closes that deal the way Eli Carter has been looking this season, we argue that Eli Carter is the most skilled player on next chapter right now. And if DayDay would have had that, I'm not saying, wait a second, I'm not saying DayDay is not one of the top guys on next chapter. He's definitely one of the top guys on next chapter right now. I'm just saying they were.
No, you're arguing the case that like hitting the free throw would make him a lot better of a player in your eyes. Whereas I'm arguing that's kind of what you're saying. I said, if there's that win, if there's that W in that column, that changes your perception of him as a player drastically and considering him one of the best players in the next chapter, or like the best player in the next chapter.
Just on a resume, how can I say this so I'm not quoted incorrectly? On a resume building thing.
So you're just saying strictly for like put it on paper. And put the resume. Oh, okay. That's a different conversation.
Yes.
Well,
it's a skill.
100%. It changes everything. Yeah. If you so let's do that. Let's think about it that way. He would definitely with Eli and Mike, and then the wins that he's had previously. Yeah, I would have him as like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
currently.
yeah.
I mean, obviously Rob he's been in China and stuff like that. Has he lost?
No,
I don't even know.
No.
So he's by default 1. So like, but yeah, I would have DayDay like definitely top resume wise with those 2 wins.
Because like I said, bro, you think about that Eli Carter game, the fashion in which he came back in his own city, a free throw away from being like that's like a legendary 1v1. He could always go back on and like watch for not only for the fans but just for himself. So. Right. I just think, just for resume purposes, not for skill purposes, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to topic 4, Scotty. Beasley's. So it was 17-14 halftime. Then it was up, and Beasley goes to the huddle, and he's talking about, give me 23 more points. And
but we got to dissect the way that Beasley thinks. In his head, he's just thinking, do it again. So like if you get to 30, it's like Beasley, I won the game. He's on Beasley's team, right?
Yeah.
He's like, Beasley, I won. He's like, do it again. The game's over, Mike. Do it again. Nah, I'm playing, but this is kind of funny.
He's going to the huddle saying he needs 23 more points. I'm in the reaction. I'm like, wait a second. What? I stop and I'm like, what is going on right here? What's going on? 23 more points means he has 7. I'm looking at the scoreboard squinting like he got 17. I'm like, is he good? And then he flips it and makes it motivational. That is the quickest flip I've ever seen in my life, Billy. He just starts making motivational talk like, I was like, oh.
Out of anything. And he'll just elaborate too. It's funny.
It was actually crazy. But hey, let me ask you a question real quick before we move on to the next topic. I don't know if we asked this already, but if you could choose who to play for right now in this season, who would it be, Beasley or Chalmers?
There's pros and cons to both, obviously. That's a political answer because truly, I think Mario from the X and O's aspect is like would be interesting to learn from and just play for in that way. And then Beasley is going to tell you like more practical stuff. I'd probably lean towards Beasley.
Really?
Yeah.
I would probably lean towards Rio right now.
Yeah.
I feel like Rio's learning his rotations, and I'm not gonna lie, he's becoming more of a motivator. Go ahead. No,
I think Rio is definitely trending upwards right now, coaching wise this season. Yeah.
I just think, even towards the end of that 1v1, he's telling Mike, don't worry about what nobody else saying. You visualize what you want to do to close the game. And I think that's a big thing because, when you get towards the crunch time of a game and you start thinking about what you should be doing, there's a lot of voices There's a lot of voices telling you in that huddle what you should do. And Chalmers is like, well, wait a second. You visualize what you want to do. Calm down. You think about it, and you get it done. And I think that's really big because that calms you down as a player.
Yeah.
That calms you down as a player. I think, like in the power rankings, like Chalmers is trending up right now in his coaching abilities. So
I really like the fact that he keeps it, because as a player, you want motivational stuff at times, but I think like when you're playing the game, you just kind of want it to be like, you don't want too much to be said at times. Like we don't need to micromanage things, and I feel like it shouldn't be made as some moments shouldn't be made as a big deal if you're a coach. Like you kind of you want to minimize the moments. And I think Rio kind of does a good job at doing that. Like he just keeps it calm. It's like, it's okay. Like just keep moving.
Did you have a favorite? What level was your favorite coach? High school or college?
High school.
High school. What did he do for you? What did he do for you?
That's a great question, B. Can I flip that on you? Because I feel like you have a better answer.
It was definitely my high school coach, and I tell everybody why right now. He would challenge me. He got there at my junior year, and he would say, "We ain't got no damn leader," and he would look directly at me when he first got there. "We ain't got no effing leader." He would say that literally every day during the preseason while we working out. He would look right at me every time, and it just challenged me every day to be a leader, bro. Like positive leader though, not no asshole. Just somebody that can encourage his guys, get guys in the right spots, bro. He challenged me every day, gang. Every day. Let's move on to TNC versus Oklahoma going down this weekend. Let's see what's good with it, Scotty. Our first matchup is Friga versus Burke. If you guys don't know, Burke is he was playing on Baller's Life. I think it was the Hoop Dream series, I believe. And he's a big reason for this going down right now. Are you excited for this matchup, Millie?
I don't know that. I haven't seen Burke yet.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
I've seen him some. It's a good matchup. It's a respectable matchup for sure. But I was still lean towards Friga. A lot of experience in this space. And the last time he was on the road, he took a tough L. So it's going to be hard for me to bet against him, especially the way he's looking right now in this season 10. So it's still a really good matchup, though. I'm looking forward to seeing it, though. Yeah. Very excited. Let's move on to the next one, Scotty.
And just to preface this, Scotty said all of these guys played overseas or are currently playing overseas.
Yeah.
So all these matchups are going to be really good. Like, I'm not saying all levels of overseas are great or anything, but as an American to get over there, you have to be pretty high level to get over there and get a job. So all these guys are going to be good.
Oh my God, we get to see BJ again. We get to see BJ again. We get BJ versus Caleb. I know Millie's excited because he's
back. He's back. BJ's tough.
The last time we seen BJ play somebody, I believe it was Friga on season 6. On season 6, I believe, when the gym was too wet and he had to move on to a different gym and get it done that way. And BJ looked good then. I think Friga ended up with the dub, but I think his 2 1v1s are Draco and Friga right now. So I'm excited to see BJ back on the scene from overseas. I'm pretty sure he's stronger, faster, a lot quicker, and more polished. Very, very excited for this matchup. Don't know much about Caleb yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to learn. So let's move on to the next one, Scotty. Oh, check. Check.
Y'all been asking for Nesco, man. Y'all been asking for Nesco. That's
what I'm talking about. Spam it right now. Spam his name right now. We get
Y'all
Nesco
been asking for Nesco.
How you feel about Nesco in the next chapter, Millie? Talk to me.
I love it. I met him in person. He went to the one of the Balls Life events back in the day and got to chop it up with him. Super humble, down to earth, just wants to learn, hungry, level-headed, and can go. Can go. Like he's getting better. He keeps getting better. That I'm really tuned into Nesco's videos and his arc, because I feel like he's been trending upward for a solid 6 months. Like he keeps getting better. He does it over and over again. So
yeah, I think this is the perfect time for Nesco to be on the TNC, because the TNC is like the NBA of YouTube right now, and basically Nesco has been on an upward trend. And when you hit that upward stride, that's when you want to get your chance on the biggest platform. So I think this is the perfect time for him. Although, all right, Nesco is used to trenches 1v1s. Although he went to Ballers Life Hoop Dreams and went crazy as well there. But that was still a little trenchy vibe as well. I'm really curious to see how Nesco does with the 1 foul free throw. I think it's going to benefit him and hurt him a little bit to start the game. but I still think he's going to come out with the W in this one, being that it's his TNC debut. I'm very, very excited to see Nesco on this platform, man. Let's move to the next matchup, Scotty.
I think he's been so good too because he can play between both. He's really skilled and really under control. Like his game is really fundamentally sound, but then he also can play wherever. So that helps him.
Yep. J. Lou is back going against Ray. I'm really looking forward to seeing J. Lou back in the win column. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I give a damn about right now. Seeing J. Lou back in the win column, shutting the haters up.
I know people are super tough on J. Lou, but like he plays some tough matchups. He's playing some tough games. He's not necessarily, although he's like the shiftiest YouTuber of all time, he's not like you have to set your expectations correctly. And I think as fans, they see opportunities because somebody is like, we have to appreciate J. Lou for how special he is and not expect him to win one-on-ones that like maybe he's not even supposed to win. You know what I mean? And that's not taking a shot at J. Lou, but that's just questioning the viewership and the fans. Like, do you guys really understand basketball to the level of that is fair? Because you're judging them on a perception that is not fair to J. Lou. So I just want to say that, like, set your standards correctly. Because if you don't understand the game of basketball, you are going to continue to hate on J. Lou. I think J. Lou is a great player, great basketball player. Set the entertainment aside. Great basketball player, but he's still getting better, man. He's still getting better. He's got areas to improve on. So just bear with him.
Still young too, to me.
Yeah.
25 years old, 26 years old. I mean, you're not even athletic prime. Then let's see the next one, Scotty. Oh!
I feel like this is going to be the one.
Yeah,
I don't even know Quincy. It's just based off the court swag.
Yeah,
the jersey. I don't even know. I just got a feeling.
Rob's back, big guard. Quincy's back. He's not back, but it's his debut on Next Chapter. If you don't know him, I don't know him either, but we're gonna get to know him. From what I heard, he's 6'1", 6'2", 200 pounds, similar to Rob's stature. Just gonna be a really, really good game. Rob's back. Enough said. Move on to the next one, Scotty.
Rob won't be one.
Scar.
Okay,
Scar and Keyshawn. This guy played at Tulsa, and Scar is back on TNC, being that he hasn't been on season 10. Very, very excited. Very, very excited, man. Millie, how you feel?
Tulsa guard. This is gonna be a great matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I haven't seen Keyshawn play, but played at Tulsa, I see. So it's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be one to see. Let's move on to the next one, Scotty.
I'm looking forward most to his and Rob's matchup right now. This 3-on-3 is crazy.
I'm looking forward to BJ.
Oh, BJ too, for sure.
I'm looking forward to BJ a lot.
Yeah,
that's probably number 2 for me. Rob's return is probably number 1. Rob's return is number 1. All right, we got this 3v3 right here. Landon is coming back. He's going to roll with TNC, going to Oklahoma with Draco and Tay, and they ain't losing. Listen, I don't know who these people are at the bottom. Much respect to you. I love you as hoopers. I've never seen you yet, but I will. But this trio right here, not losing. Too much shooters with a big guard and ISO Tay. Tough one for you guys. Go ahead, Millie.
Yeah, this 3 is crazy. Tay, Draco, Landon.
Oh, yeah, I don't see
that might be like one of the toughest trios you could put together.
Yeah.
Give Tay the ball, space the floor with Draco and Landon. It's
too much.
It's tough.
It's too much, bro. I would love to see Misa and A Millie go against this trio. Move on to the next topic. Next game predictions. Okay, we have the 5v5 Team Beasley versus Team Chalmers. Your starters for Team Beasley are Nathan, Matt, Cinco, Alex, and Rod going against J-Lu, Friga, Landon, Kyle, and Draco. My first takeaway is these starting lineups. I wasn't expecting this from Team Beasley. I would expect a DayDay and Tay start. They're mixing it up today for sure. Hey, Millie, how you feel?
DayDay never starts in the team settings. It seems like I think not maybe half the time he starts, but like he should start every time. So anytime I see him come off the bench, I kind of think that that's what he wants to do is come off the bench.
Yeah.
As if you just look at the 5, I would lean towards Chalmers as the favorite, and then when you go into the bench, I still would have Chalmers. I like Chalmers to win this game.
I'm still trying to figure out why Cameron So Smooth is not starting in any of these 5v5s. I'm really trying to figure it out. Did Cam play in a 3v3? Or did he play in anything today? Or like that day? 3v3 possibly? But that still has subs as well. But I'm gonna take Team Chalmers as well. If you guys watch the preview on TNC's Instagram, there's a little bit of argument going on. So that must mean momentum is on Team Chalmers' side. I'm gonna take that little hint and I'm gonna run with Team Chalmers in this one, strictly off that.
Yep.
You know what I think? Player of the game prediction?
Who?
And okay.
Bro, I don't know how Team Chalmers is not winning this season.
Are there any player of the game predictions in the chat? Can anybody tell me who they think's player of the game today? This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Landon. No. I'm gonna stick with Draco. I'm going Draco.
Okay.
I'm going Draco.
Draco
gets another
that's a safe pick. That's a safe
pick.
That's a safe pick, B. Dang. I'm not going to go with I think Landon might be like their best 5 player, but I don't want to go there because he's played so freaking well prior to every game. So I'm going to go with somebody different this game.
I mean, Friga has yet to go crazy in the 5.
I know,
that's
man.
Low key. That's low key a good pick.
I know. I mean, Mike has some momentum. I want to go with Mike, honestly.
Fresh after the ones?
Fresh after the ones. Feeling good. I don't think he's gassed from it. I'm gonna just go with Mike MVP because I think Team Chalmers will win. Kind of a dark horse.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna go Draco. He's rested. He's gonna make shots. I'm curious to see the offensive abilities of the starting 5 of Team Beasley coming out. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of ball movement with Alex starting. So they have potential to come out and win today, but just based off the preview, I'm gonna take Team Chalmers. ISO Tay said I'm gonna smack the hell out you. ISO A1. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that right there. But hold up, Millie. You ready? Got to move on to our prize pick segment.
Yeah.
Real quick, you did.
By the way, we hit one last week. We hit one Friday.
We hit one on Friday, and Millie did. So if you're following our picks, you better start doing it right now. Use code ABC to get an instant $100 deposit match. We don't have any picks today, but there will be a heated debate because I'm taking the Celtics in 6 games, and there are some players I want you to watch for when you're doing your lineups, okay? The first player I want you to watch for is the obvious Jason Tatum, a.k.a. the walking 30, 10, and 5 ball, which he will average in the finals. The next person I want you to watch for is the ball-headed menace, Derek White, who's going to be doing it all. And who is going to check Derek White on the Mavericks? Who is going to start Derek White? Luka? Luka's going to start Derek White? Oh, he's a cold. And then the next person I want you to watch for, who is on the Dallas Mavericks, is P.J. Washington. I know he's going to be guarding either Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, but I think he's going to hit the 3 ball in the corner a lot this series. Is going to be big for the Dallas Mavericks.
B, why are you so sure that they're going to win? That's what I'm trying to figure it out. I love the spiel. Why is Celtics in 6?
Well, you see how
what have they haven't been tested yet?
Bro, did you just see how I went off like no stuttering, nothing?
You did.
That was crazy. Brody, you know why? First of all,
I
don't like this.
Because they're the Celtics? Because their perception is just,
I don't like this argument that they ain't see nobody. Did they see some people last year?
Wait
a second. Listen.
Okay.
The main guys. Did they not see it the year before last, their playoff run, when they beat KD and Kyrie, when they beat the defending champs in the Milwaukee Bucks, and then they beat Miami.
When they beat KD and Kyrie.
Yes.
For the Nets.
Yes. And then the following.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that team.
They are battle tested.
I didn't like that team. You're talking about years ago. I'm talking about this playoffs. They're not as prepared as the Mavs are.
My argument to that, Millie, is that they are the main guys, including Drew Holiday, have all been battle tested before. They have the experience they need. This little kick run of a playoff run means nothing because they have the experience of previous years. Drew Holiday's a champion. Oh my God!
I cannot even argue anything you just said. That's facts. They do have career experience. But I'm just saying this Mavericks team this year is carrying lots of momentum with them that holds a lot of weight. You feel that weight when you play the game. When they play game 1, it's not going to be all about, oh yeah, the Celtics, they got great careers and blah, blah, blah. They have real substance in Dallas right now. They got guys carrying weight Kyrie, the way he's playing right now, Luka, the way he's playing, he's doing what he's always done. They're role guys. You said it. You love PJ. There's no PJ over in Boston.
What?
There's no PJ.
There's buku PJs. I got a Peyton
no,
not
specific. Not specifically though. But no wing. Listen, we're not going to get into that little conversation. But all I'm saying is the Mavs are carrying substance and momentum with them. It's not going to be 6.
My argument to you, and I want you to counter this argument, and I want the chat to counter this argument as well. Luka Doncic has hidden himself in playoff series, either guarding guards that can't really shoot or guards not going to attack. There is not one player in that starting 5 for the Celtics that is not an offensive threat. Please tell me how the Dallas Mavericks are going to load up on when Luka Doncic is the primary defender. How are they going to load on boxes and elbows if I got 4 other shooters out there when I kick?
They ran through the West.
They didn't run through the West.
They ran through the West.
No, they didn't run through the West. They went 6 games with the Clippers, 6 games with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then they beat Rudy Gobert. I mean,
all right, the Clippers, they're a little bit broken, but the next 2 series, those are not tough. Especially you throw the T-Wolves in the East.
Let me ask you a question.
Throw the Thunder in the East. They're gonna look.
They went 6 games with the Thunder.
I know
and
the Thunder
were
a very solid team. I'm not saying they're not ready for a championship, but there's not many guys in the East, not many teams in the East that are doing what the Thunder are doing right now.
Wait, are we saying healthy or not healthy? Because healthy, I can name 4 other teams that could beat Oklahoma City.
I'm saying what is put on the floor in the Eastern playoffs.
Bro, let me tell you something right now. All that doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that Luka Doncic is hobbled. He has a hurt calf. Kyrie Irving is going to be playing the best guard defender in the world. Drew Holiday for 5, 6, 7 games minimum. And who's going to guard Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown down the stretch? I know Derek Jones and PJ been guarding these guys like Anthony Edwards and stuff like that. They ain't JT and JB. And let me tell you something. Luka has taken advantage of skinnier athletic defenders, a la Jaden McDaniels. JB is just as strong as Luka, but he's more athletic. Now, tell me I'm lying, Emily.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think Jaylen Brown, if he continues to perform the way he has, and do you think he could win the MVP? Do you think it would take a lot for them to give him that trophy?
It would take a lot. Let me tell you why they gave him Eastern Conference MVP.
I know.
So they
and I was surprised by that.
Let me get us to Tatum.
Even though he deserved it, he played. Yeah. He's been playing out of their mind. But I think he's kind of the X factor. They got a few X factors. The Celtics are really good, but
who are we watching for Dallas, Millie? Who are we watching for when we do our picks? He doesn't even know because he's not confident.
I'm a little bit worried about. Never mind. I'm gonna hold that. We gotta go.
All right, hold on, Scotty. Let's get us back to the main screen real quick so we can sign us out real quick. The game starts in 4 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button for us right now. Let's get to 300 likes on this live. It really helps us. And also, use code ABC and get an instant $100 deposit match, man. It really helps us out as well. This is a great pregame show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, Millie, got anything you want to say before the game starts?
Nope. Let's get to it. Appreciate y'all in the chat tuning in with us.
Whoa, hey, real quick, Scotty, run me a couple. I think we had a couple supers real quick.
Oh, yeah, we did.
His stock would be crazy with the. I'm telling you.
Yeah, facts.
His stock, bro, look them 2 names. Crazy. Well, all right, let's move on to the next one. That's not a bad one.
Yeah, not bad.
That's not a bad one, Apex.
Not bad, Apex.
Oh, man. But listen, man, thank you guys so much for supporting. We'll see you guys next time. All love from the ABC crew. Sel, we love you. Be holding it down for you.
Yes,
we
sir.
out of here.